This pandemic has been hard on everyone, and that includes children and teens. Channel 5's Tony Velasquez Jr. shows us how some are coping.
According to the CDC, right now, more teens are dealing with anxiety, loneliness, and depression than ever before. That probably doesn't surprise you. But now, some experts are saying in the age of coronavirus, social media may be kids' saving grace.
Being forced to kind of quarantine and shelter in place, I think social media can be a positive outlet for some of that, interaction that, young children and teens aren't necessarily getting as a result of the pandemics.
And now that school doors are closed and sports have come to a halt, teenagers and boredom are not usually a good combination.
We found that 63% of the 3,000 parents that we surveyed said that they reported their teens are using more social media during the pandemic.
Social media use among teens has concerned parents and teachers for years, but in the face of this pandemic, many parents are changing their views.
We did find, though, that parents, 45% of those said that they're actually appreciative of social media during the pandemic. And the main reason for that is because it allows some interaction with their peers that they maybe normally wouldn't get.
The coronavirus has taken an emotional toll on teenagers. In fact, a recent Harris poll showed 7 in 10 teens say they struggled with mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Being forced to kind of quarantine and shelter in place, I think social media can be a positive outlet for some of that, interaction that, young children and teens aren't necessarily getting as a result of the pandemics.
So how are kids coping and maintaining relationships? The same way they have been since before the new world of social distancing.
Instagram was number one, followed by Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube rounded out the top 5.
How are teens supposed to cope in the age of the pandemic in a positive way?
Depends on the platform. So some platforms like Instagram, it's very, picture focused, but with things like Snapchat, TikTok, even YouTube, I think those ones can be, more positive in that realm because it's allowing children to feel like, they know what's going on with the people they're not seeing.
Crisis Text Line, a service that provides free 24/7 support to teens via text, reported that among its users under 17 years old, there has been an increase in conversations regarding suicide and school. And according to the CDC, among those identifying as Hispanic, the numbers were worse, with 19% of Hispanic teens reporting suicidal ideation in the past 30 days.
So if you or someone you know has a teen that's in need of help, they can contact the Crisis Text Line at 741-741. In McAllen, Tony Velasquez Jr., Channel 5 News at 10.